Well, thank you, Steve. And let's go ahead and talk about your forecast right now because it's nice out there, but it is feeling warm and muggy, especially, and some of those breezy winds. But just a reminder, right now is a great time to stay updated with the forecast by downloading the Fox 10 weather app. You just scan that QR code there at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you directly to the app or the Google Play Store to download it. Plus, also, Shelby and I are about to run through some of your photos. So if you want to share something that you took over the past few days, a puppy dog of yours that you want us to see, all you have to do is just scroll on down in here, press submit your pics and videos, and then you'll have that green plus option to go ahead and submit some of those. But let's go ahead and dive deeper into your forecast and check out what conditions are looking like out there and a live view outside down in Orange Beach. And we are noticing some more of that rough surf out there. Now, the reason for this is going to be those breezy southerly winds that we're experiencing. But hey, that's not stopping all those spring breakers from still getting out there, enjoying the water conditions. But really don't go past your ankles with how rough it is out there. That will only continue over the next few days. Now, temperatures out there right now just resting in the upper 70s, still feeling a little warmer with those dew points in the lower 70s. Sustained winds closer towards 10 to 15 miles per hour. And the rip current risk, it's high today, it's high throughout the rest of the next few days, and also once we get closer towards the weekend. So the main takeaway, always know the name of the beach you're located on, where the closest lifeguard stand is, and pay close attention to those beach flags. They can change throughout the day. Now, temperatures out there right now, it's warm. It is not feeling like the beginning of April. We're seeing a few of those upper 70s, but mainly those lower to mid, even upper 80s. I mean, look at that. Evergreen, 88 degrees right now. It is warm out there, especially with some high humidity and some breezy winds. Wind gusts over the next few hours going to be right around 30 miles per hour out of the south. Those breezy winds will continue. So for the evening practices, keep that in mind. For any of those soccer games too, keep the ball close with how breezy it is out there. But those temperatures will continue to stay steady and stay mild in the 70s. Not concerned about that little 10 and 20% chance of showers that you see on there. Things will be feeling nice, definitely warmer out there. But I'm going to talk more about your extended forecast coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. It's time where we share your story right here on Fox 10 Live. And our first picture, I've got a little preview of it. It's from Christy Harris, clouds and sun in Gulf Shore. So let's take a look at that. How beautiful is that?
I love that, especially once you start to get some of those sun rays that are
beautiful shot.
Nice evening.
Having a little drink, you know, on a towel.
Photo, a beautiful sunset view at the beaches of Destin.
Okay, that's where I want to be when sun is setting, right there on the beach, having a little drink, you know, on a towel, on a chair, whatever, just absolutely relaxing.
I love a good sunset, whether it's driving home and I see it in my rear view mirror and you have the downtown skyline there, you have the battleship, but truly a beach sunset. That's one of the better feelings out there. I love it. It's always just something easy to do here. You just drive on down there. Even if you're having a bad day, drive on down towards the beach, watch the sunset. You'll be reminded of the good things.
Absolutely. Great point. All right, we want to continue on with CeCe Whitfield's picture. Two suns or a sun and a moon in that picture. I'm trying to find
the second one. We have really small monitors
I know.
here. I definitely see the sun.
Yeah.
It is in full force, looking vibrant and nice out there. We had nice sunsets all across the Fox 10 viewing area yesterday.
Yeah, many of you are taking a look and pictures of those and sending them in to us. I was on a walk last night. I love that the sun sets later so I can have time to go on a walk and there's still daylight with my baby. And so we took a walk yesterday and we watched the sunset as well. And yeah, it just, you feel better when you're outside, when you're taking a walk, you just, all the anxiety of the day or the stress or whatever the case may be just kind of washes away.
I absolutely agree, especially with it being later. If the sun sets at 5 o'clock, it's a little upsetting to me because I'm just getting home. But when it's later past 7 o'clock, it's going to be great out there. And also, we have this next one in from Elaine Howard saying Max wants attention. They are both located in Daphne.
Yeah, Max is like, hey, are you eating something? Because I would like some of that. Or maybe Max is like, take me on a walk. If the sun's beautiful out there.
Let's go outside.
It feels nice. Let's go for a walk.
I love that, especially I feel like she's just sitting down and just looking down. It's like, oh wait, Max is right there.
Yep.
Wants the attention.
Max is not the only one. Apparently, Krista Williams sends us Poppet, who is begging for a walk.
Oh.
Is Poppet up in a chair?
It looks like it.
Yeah, okay.
Poppet's ready to go.
Yeah, he's like, let's get this outside. I'm tired of being indoors. I want to go outside and stretch my legs a little bit. So I hope you got a walk, Poppet.
I hope so too. I'm also curious if Poppet knows the word walk. To me, that I always like dogs that they know the specific words. Dixie doesn't know walk. She knows go outside. So you say it and she'll dart to the door. She also knows load up, which means that she's going to get into the car.
Oh, yeah.
And so you say that one, it's zoomies, run to the door, look at you like, are we going? Are we going?
We better go right now. You can't say that unless you mean it.
Exactly.
Because the dogs will go crazy. Our family dog, my sister's dog, technically, she does that. Load up, and she is zoomies.
Ready to go.
Right then. All right, well, thank you everyone for sending in your pictures. We appreciate it, and we love looking at them and sharing them with all of you at home. So keep sending them in. You do a great job with that.
Absolutely. So as a reminder, you can always do it at fox10tv.com or by downloading the Fox 10 weather app. More Fox 10 Live is on the way after this.
We'll be right back. At 4 and 5, so make sure you join us then for more on what the president had to say. Right now, we want to talk about some other stories that we are working on as well. And Tony's Choco Lonely Incorporated is recalling some chocolate bars. It's something you need to know about.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Officials with the New York-based company say some consumers found small stones in the products.
Among the items being recalled, Tony's Dark Almond Sea Salt Bar and Tony's Everything Bar.
So the bars were sold nationwide and online over the past 2 months.
So if you've bought one, return it for a full refund. Don't take your chances.
So I've never had these. I recognize the bar though. So I do recognize those. I feel like that's more of something that you kind of find at like Cracker Barrels. I think I sometimes see
you're
them
right.
there. So
World
something to keep in
Market
mind.
or something like that.
Well, for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began, Disney World will have both of its water parks open this summer.
Wow. Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park in Lake Buena Vista will open May 1st.
And it will remain open for the rest of its scheduled season.
And then you've got Blizzard Beach in Bay Lake. It's going to be open May 21st through September 7th.
And as an added bonus this season, get this, guests staying at Disney Resort hotels can visit the water parks for free on their check-in date.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Get there early if you're going to be checking in. Head on out to the water parks.
I've never been to their water parks. I've been to Disney a handful of times, but I've never been to their water park.
I have not either. I am new on the Disney bandwagon. I've been twice so far in about the past 2 years and now trying to make a third trip back there this summer. I think we're just going to stick to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, though.
Okay.
There for a short time, so no water parks for us just yet.
Yeah, it's a fun trip, and you really have to make a multiple day trip out of it because there's so many cool parks. You got to go to each one.
Yep.
At least your first time, and then after that, you can kind of pick your favorites.
Exactly. Pick and choose.
Well, scientists have made a new discovery after sending a soybean mixture into space.
So take a look. After a 30-day process, the mixture turned into a paste known as miso.
Okay, it's thought to be the first time food was successfully fermented in space.
The experiment was done aboard the International Space Station.
Researchers wanted to find out if it ended up tasting any different than a batch that was made on Earth.
And they report that the space miso had a more roasted, nutty flavor.
The findings could be used to create other types of fermented foods in space, which would give astronauts more options for meals, because you think about the two that were stuck up in space for so long, and I'm thinking, what in the world are they eating? And I know they've got to be sick and tired of eating kind of the same thing.
Right. I know that we've kind of tasted some of those like freezer dried foods before that they're eating. I'm ready for them to send some sourdough into space. I feel like that'll be the next big thing once they're fermenting all of this, especially those starters that people have. I have yet to get into the bread making around here, but I have a lot of people online talking about it. I bet that'll be the next thing that they might send up there.
I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
Tell them, let's do it.
Well, this one's not for me, but it's for other people. It is peanut butter jelly time.
Oh man, today is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Jen, you have an allergy.
Peanut allergy.
Can't eat them. Okay, but if you can, there's no better combination than a creamy or crunchy, if you're like me, I like the crunchy peanut butter and some grape or strawberry jelly mixed in. I like both jellies.
I like both. I think I like the strawberry. Like the Smucker's has some naturals that's a strawberry, and that is always what we have in our fridge.
I usually like strawberry as well.
Yeah. Well, the first known recipe for a PB&J sandwich was in a Boston cooking magazine back in 1901, and that predates sliced bread.
Okay, you should say as old as peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly is such a classic in the U.S. The average American will have eaten more than 2,000 of the sandwiches by the time they graduate from high school. Wow. I could see that, though, as a kid, you know, especially back in the older days. Mom and dad would be like, just go get a PB&J sandwich.
I was to say, every single day at school, almost every single kid had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And now I even do it with my daughter, too. We do the Uncrustables, so I don't have to mess with them at all. But I can have almonds. So I appreciate an almond butter and jelly sandwich. And that's my makeup for it, and it's great.
Okay, we use almond butter at the house, so you'd be safe there.
And I enjoy it.
Nintendo's new Switch console will debut June 5th, and it's going to start at just under $450.
So the new console will include a microphone to chat with other players and also screen sharing possibilities.
And the option to add a separate camera for streaming as well.
The Switch 2 has a bigger screen measuring 7.9 inches long with higher resolution.
It can also run games at 120 frames per second for smoother gameplay.
And Nintendo is launching a new Mario Kart game.
Always a popular one.
Oh, yes.
Mario Kart World features up to 24 players and allows drivers to explore off-track in an open world.
And that is exclusive only to Nintendo Switch 2, that Mario Kart World. I think that this is going to be a hit, especially when we were first talking about it. I was like, okay, it's bigger, the buttons are bigger, better technology on the inside. But I think that the sharing screens and the chat and the multiplayer use, I think that that's really what's going to take off with all of this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to be able to connect and play with other people through games like that. So it'll definitely be popular.
Oh, yes. That'll be the big Christmas gift this upcoming season. Well, let's go ahead and talk more about your forecast. It's hard to think about Christmas right now with how warm it is out there because we have some gloomy skies out there. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be raining at any point with some areas across the Gulf Coast. Just so we're seeing some more of those clouds. Other spots, especially closer down towards our coastal areas, are seeing plenty of sunshine, but those temperatures are in the upper 70s. But look at this. This is really where the story begins. It's going to be those southerly winds. They're bringing in a lot of that Gulf moisture. So they're raising our humidity. Our dew points are in the lower 70s. So although we're maxing out in the upper 70s right now, we're feeling warmer. We're feeling more like 82 out there. Everywhere else feeling even warmer. Our inland spots already reaching into the upper 80s. Now later on for this evening, temperatures will continue to stay steady and stay mild with those mostly cloudy skies. No concerns heading into tonight. There is still some potential for that fog development heading into the overnight hours, mainly patchy to dense. The wind will help us out just a little bit with this, especially for that ground visibility. But if you typically see some of those delays, might need to head out the door a few minutes early, and your AC is going to be put to work heading into tonight because overnight lows only falling upper 60s, lower 70s. This is not going to be refreshing to start off for our Thursday morning, feeling very mild out there. And then our full day planner heading into tomorrow. That's where we're introducing more cloud cover, looking a little gray and gloomy to begin for the morning. Those winds still breezy out of the southeast, wind gusts even higher, temperatures staying very warm in the lower 80s. And with those breezy winds, rip currents are staying high over the next few days. Please make sure you're being careful out there. Here's a look at the next 3 days, but Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith will talk more about your forecast on Fox and News at 4 and 5 o'clock. Shelby.
And a lot of people were saying the same thing and saying it can go both ways. You can truly mean, oh my gosh, I just found out so-and-so's sick, bless their heart, and like mean it, or you can just mean
I think I mainly know the sarcastic.
She's not making good decisions, bless her heart. She's a little, she's just not on the right path. You know, you can kind of say it a little sarcastically or sassily as well.
I was to say, I think it's not so much like a longer phrase, but I always say the word fixin', and I think that that's like my southern adopted word that I've picked up since moving down here. That one's one of my favorites to use.
It's so funny, you know, I've noticed that like even people in Florida, you know, in parts of Florida, they don't say the same southern things we say here in Alabama, even though they're considered a southern state. So fixin's definitely one I use as well. I'm fixing to go. I'm fixing to do it. Don't you worry. All right, let us know. You can still weigh in online on any of our social media pages. We've all shared it. Fox and News shared it. I shared it. So go weigh in if you want to. And we'll be right back.
Gone for about 2.5 weeks. I will return April 21st. Keep up with my adventures on Instagram.
Okay, everybody, if you don't see Jen, you know she's having a good time being a married woman. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we wish y'all a great honeymoon and just a great life together.
Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.
I'll see